Trees actually live underground, they just use the upper portion as a snorkel. Hello, and here's some shower thoughts. There is no way people who are psychiatrics or therapists are not even slightly analyzing their friends. Why aren't corpses put in cemeteries vertically to save space? A baby born in a vehicle is the only type of person who exits vehicles more often than they enter them in their life. An ice cube isn't just cold, it's stealing your warmth so it can turn back into water. The rise of self-checkouts has likely improved condom usage rates. Until you work a retail job, you don't realize that 85% of people are dumb as rocks. Being tired from staying up too late and being tired from getting up too early are two different feelings. Putting ice cream in your grocery cart immediately starts a timer on your shopping trip. Your cut fingernails are still out there somewhere. A successful movie can make any random location a tourist attraction if it's used in the movie. Most people are made in a bed, born in a bed, and die in a bed. We can see further at night than day. The furthest away things you'll ever see are the stars. It's hard to imagine evil people brushing their teeth, putting on their pajamas, and getting ready for bed. A marriage isn't truly successful until somebody dies. We will never get to see how far humanity goes, because life is like joining a game halfway and leaving before it ends. We live in an era where adult female Halloween costumes are practically lingerie. When you have two choices and lose one, then you have no choices. The older you get, the more annoying it gets to select your age when registering for a service. Church is like a glorified book club that only discusses one book. How come the word shit means bad, but saying something is the shit means it's good, but having the shits is bad? Why are they called apartments if they are all stuck together? How can people say life is short if it's the longest thing you will ever do? A pizza is a circle that comes in a square box that we eat in a triangle. You technically held a world record when you were born for being the youngest person on the planet. I wonder why you can't sneeze with your eyes open. The way we treat moths versus how we treat butterflies is the prime example of being pretty privileges. If you had $1 billion and spent $1,000 every day, it would take 2,750 years to spend it all. Somebody somewhere has tried eating tacos with chopsticks. The youngest picture of you is technically the oldest picture of you as well. When a starving predator is chasing prey, they are both running for their lives. Technically, humans could have done whatever they wanted, but then people created money. Schools punish you for skipping school by making you miss more school. Winter is the only season that occurs twice a year. Based on numbers, the average person is actually dead. Most boats travel faster on the trailer than they ever do in the water. A hamburger doesn't have a front or back until you bite it. You and your partner's memory of a date looks completely different because you're not seeing the same half of the restaurant. You've probably set multiple world records for things no one's actually keeping track of in your lifetime. For most people, death isn't really scary, but the thoughts of dying are extremely scary. Before the invention of painkiller medicine, society must have been much more grumpy. The Glee cast has more dead members than the Beatles. You don't decide to be born or when you die, but you're forced to make every decision in between. Your eyeball will probably never touch another eyeball. The taller the person, I bet the more freaked out they are by the people taller than them. We pay more attention to the adverts we can skip than the ones we're forced to watch in full. Stairs just change one really big fall into multiple small ones. Strip clubs are just where horny people pay to be more horny. We actually eat pizza from the inside to the outside. Abandoned social media profiles are technically virtual grave sites that active users can visit. All the water on Earth has been in space at least once. If you watch a whole series without pausing between episodes, you are technically just watching a really long movie. When humanity invents something new, they unknowingly create new ways to die as well, whether it's directly or indirectly caused from the invention. One day you you will think about something for the last time, and after that, it will be forgotten forever. Your eyebrow will probably never touch another eyebrow. How come saying you did something at 5 a.m. makes you sound disciplined, yet saying you did something at 4 a.m. makes you sound irresponsible? Someone still remembers you from a random act of kindness or distress that you made years ago. The only reason that tickling isn't considered torture is because it causes laughter. How come only 1% of people can type crazy facts with their eyes closed? Eventually, the number of dead people's social media profiles will outnumber the living ones. If Bill Gates spent $1 million per day, it would take him about 218 years to go broke. You've probably spoken to yourself in your head more than you'll ever speak to another person in your life. We may reach a point of no original thought, just borrowed ideas from others. How come we verify that we are not robots to robots? Your first birthday is technically your second if you think about it. Why do pets get to walk around the house naked? An idiot who realizes they're an idiot is no longer an idiot. Gravestones will probably have QR codes on them in the future that share the life story of whoever is buried there. How come telling someone to have a good day is positive, but telling someone to have a good life is negative? As you breathe right now, another person takes their last. Sometimes words just aren't enough, and that's why we have middle fingers. If the world population consumed as much as the average American, we would need the resources of 5 Earths to survive. When you think about anything long enough, it gets weird and makes no sense. Why do people always recognize false rumors about themselves, but people believe most of the false rumors about other people? You will always be too young or too old for something in your life. Being selfless is actually selfish in a way because it makes us feel good. Cars are never supposed to touch anything other than the road. Spice is the only flavor our buttholes can taste. Each year you have to scroll farther to pick your birth year from a list of years. Someone has probably laughed at you for picking your nose in traffic. The Apple logo represents that you'll never quite get the full product. All superheroes are villains if you're a construction worker. Humans can't do anything with exact precision, but we are able to create machines that can. Having shitty memory is great for rewatching TV shows, but not anything else really. You are friends with someone if you can sit next to them without saying a word and not feel awkward. Your barber knows the back of your head better than you do. There is no practical difference between 3 urinals and 4 urinals in the bathroom. With the sun being lower, it makes more sense to wear sunglasses in winter. Ironically enough, ad blockers are advertised through ads. The only 2 days in your life that don't last 24 hours are the day you are born and the day that you die. Distributing flyers door to door is technically organized littering. At some point quite recently, we all decided that kitchen aprons don't need to be a thing anymore. It's absolutely absurd that the center of a dartboard isn't the highest value. Saying someone is a huge dick and saying someone has a small dick are both insults. Somewhere in the world lies a rock that has never been touched by a living creature. Your face is just the combination of thousands of years of other people's faces. The world's truly richest people are probably rich enough to not be known as the richest people on earth. Break a taco enough and you'll have a full serving of nachos. Subscribe. How come you never see a clown driving in traffic, yet clowns always show up to parties fully clowned up? Most people want to live a long life, but people don't enjoy doing things that make life long. Since carbon dioxide is denser than oxygen, we actually lose weight when we breathe. It's more convenient for the bus to come 10 minutes late than 10 minutes early because you might cut it close to time anyways. When you stop procrastinating, you're just procrastinating. In the movies, dogs are technically unpaid actors. How come people talk about starting a family, but they never talk about finishing one? One of the advantages of being tall is the fact you can fold large blankets with ease. Why do bad guys always win win the girl during movies and good guys don't until after? How come you can't get in a store and buy clothes if you don't already own clothes? When you travel, people seem friendlier because you are more open to conversation with strangers. The more you think about life in our society, the easier it is to become depressed. Nothing lasts longer than that video someone showing you that you have no interest in. Money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you serotonin, which makes you happier. It's not fair that bears look so cute, fuzzy, and cuddly, but will also tear you to shreds. We put an incredible amount of trust in oven mitts when getting food out of the oven. You only need 14 calendars to live through your entire life, the rest is just marketing. Your car key has probably traveled more than your car. Honey is the tastiest of all the insect vomits we have tried so far. You've only opened your eyes once more than you've closed them. The CIA probably has the biggest database of inappropriate pictures in the world. Getting very drunk seems way more fun than being very drunk. The more you know about the world, the less bearable life seems. Your boring job or life is probably the dream job or life of someone else. Arcades are typically just a way for children to gamble legally. The type of person that actively wants to be in a position of power is usually not the type of person you want in a position of power. The doctor hopes you get sick. The landlord hopes you don't build a house. The police hope you become a criminal. The dentist hopes that your teeth decay. The teacher hopes you are born silly. The mechanic hopes your car breaks down. The coffin maker wants you dead. The lawyer hopes you get in trouble. The therapist hopes you have problems. The cooks hope you are hungry. But only a thief wishes you prosperity in your life.